So if you're like me, you went to the store, picked up a box of a brand new sports cards or trading cards to try to relive that nostalgia you felt 15 years ago and just rip open some packs and hopefully get some crazy players like Paul Skeens, for instance. Well, you open up the packs and then you have all of these loose cards that you just don't know what to do with that are just here, right? And you're wondering, what am I supposed to do with these now? How am I supposed to preserve these or protect these? There's so many different options. Where do I start? Well, you have clicked on the right video because today I'm going to show you exactly every reason why I sleeve and protect every single one of my cards, whether it's a base card, a relic card, sign card, anything. I always sleeve every one of the cards that I come across, and I'm going to explain to you why I do that and how I do it. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So the first reason I sleeve and protect all of the cards I come across, whether they're old cards like these old Don Russ cards from back in the day, or they're brand new sign cards. The reason I protect and I put a penny sleeve, which are, if you don't know, are these little just plastic sleeves here that you put your card in. So they just slide right in. Just like that, and it protects the card. So why I do that is it protects it from physical damage. So while it's not going to be as protective of like a top loader, like this hard plastic, or even these like one-touch cases, a penny sleeve is at least going to keep the dirt and debris away from the card and kind of preserve that first look you get when you first open the pack. It's also crucial for maintaining the card's condition, especially if you're storing them in a collection or handling them frequently. One thing that you might notice is if you buy a larger pack of cards, like a complete set, and you sleeve all of those cards, they're not going to fit in the same box that they came in because the sleeve is going to add a little width to each card. So you have to get a separate box for that. What I do is I get a 5-row box to keep all of my cards in, and just to easily store them better and keep them. And I only do this for my base cards. My more like expensive cards, or cards that I'm collecting, I usually put in a top loader and then put in a 5 sleeve as well too. But yeah, so that's the first reason why I sleeve up all my cards. The second reason I sleeve all of my cards is it kind of protects the value of the card as well too. So a well-protected card really retains its value better over time. So if you're collecting cards as an investment, sleeving them ensures that they remain in mint condition or as close to mint condition as possible, which is essential for preserving their market value in the market. So a lot of collectors will get their cards sent to PSA, and one of the things, or a grading company in general, not just PSA, but one of the things that those grading companies look for is the surface of the card and the edges of the card. So a sleeve kind of helps protect the card. It's not going to be, completely bulletproof, but it will protect it a little bit it's one extra layer of protection there. So if you want to kind of hold the value of your card a little better, definitely worth the couple cents it costs to get a penny sleeve. You can also get them in bulk too. Shout out to today's sponsor of the video, that big subscribe button. So if you're liking the content this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and thank them for supporting this video. Anyway, let's get back into it. The third reason I protect all of my cards is it kind of helps with dust and dirt prevention. Space is limited, so it's hard to kind of always get your card in a box and keep it in a well-conditioned area. So sometimes they have to go in the basement or the garage or somewhere like that just to store for a little bit. And some of those times those places aren't the best. So keeping a raw card and a raw card is basically just like this too. If you guys didn't know, it's just a normal card that you pull out of the box. You don't want to get that card, sleeves act as a barrier against dust and dirt, really, which can accumulate on cards and potentially cause damage or even degrade over time. Keeping your card in sleeves helps maintain their cleanliness as well too. Going back to that last step, I mean, it's all about the look and presentation of the card. If it looks good, people are going to be it's going to have that eye appeal to it as well too. And that's what people look for when they buy cards. It's truly based on feelings of the player and eye appeal. If the card looks clean and looks cool, somebody's going to be willing to pay more for it. Number 4, you can also protect the card from environmental factors. Some of the sleeves you can get have UV light protection in them. It also can protect from moisture and other environmental factors that can cause fading or deterioration. And this isn't particularly important if you're storing cards in varying conditions, like I just mentioned. If you're traveling from your office and then you're putting them in your basement for 20 years, or you're giving your kids to look at, even the moisture on your hands can kind of sometimes affect the cards. So you don't want that to be on the card surface. So again, just another layer of protection. Number 5, probably the most important. It's easier to handle and organize. It is so much easier. Cards don't really stick together in penny sleeves unless they really never stick together. Where these older cards, if they've been together a while, they'll start to stick together and that'll cause damage. So sleeve cards are easier to handle without directly touching the surface. Additionally, they can be more easily stored and organized. Like I just mentioned, I keep all my cards in that 5 sleeve box. And you can store so many cards and they're so easy to just pull out and look at and put back in. And whether you're sorting by player, team, or set, and you can really do that without the risk of damaging the cards themselves. So that is super important and super beneficial to me. So, when I buy cards too, kind of the process I do is I keep rookie cards, inserts, and just cool relics, parallels, just anything that's shiny really, as well. But all my base cards I usually give away as giveaways. So I either do giveaways, or when people buy cards from me, I throw in a couple like base cards as well too. And I don't want them to get the card and like see like this, because it just sets kind of a standard that people that take care of their cards, like, I don't know, I always like to buy from people that take care of their cards and take care of their things, because I know that those cards were taken care of. If I get them in just like a loose box and they're all like this, all the corners are going to be damaged. The surface might have some scratches, things like that. So when I buy cards, I try to buy from people that I see are using penny sleeves. And I think it just adds an extra layer of like professionalism and just care about the hobby. I mean, sports cards aren't cheap anymore. I mean, it's $40 for just a small box of Topps Chrome nowadays. So might as well protect them. I mean, they really are an investment. You're spending $40 on something, and penny sleeves are like $10 for 1,000 of them. So spend the extra $10, get the penny sleeves, and then if you really want to be extra and go over the top, buy a pack of these top loaders. The top loaders just go, you put the card in the penny sleeve, and then you put the top loader right on top, just like that, or right in the top loader, and it protects the card. So if it kind of protects the edges a little more, keeps it from getting banged around. Make sure that the corners are good shape too, and keeps them in good shape too. And then I get another extra layer, so a little more sturdy. Those are like $5 usually for anywhere from 25 to 35 of them. A little more expensive, but again, for the value of protecting the cards that you've spent hundreds of dollars on, I mean, $5 is really not that crazy. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know down below, do you guys sleeve all of your cards, or am I just crazy? All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.